Very good morning, dear ones. Today, let's continue with our chapter Money in Maths. In the last classes, we learned what is money and the addition of money. So, let's move on to our next topic. Today, we are going to learn subtraction of money. So, we have already learned subtraction. So, let's check subtraction of money. In your textbook, we can see an example. So, let's read that. Neha has rupees 565 with her. She buys a soft toy for rupees 500. How much money is now left with her? So what is the question? So Neha is having 565 rupees with her and she buys a soft toy which costs 500. So which is greater? She is having 565 rupees and the cost of the toy is 500. So 565 is greater. That is what Neha is having. Now we have to find out how much money is now left with her. When you get such a question, how much money is now left? That means we have to do the subtraction. So to know the amount left with Neha, subtract rupees 500 from 565. So here it's subtracted 565 minus 500 and we get the answer 65. So Neha is left with rupees 65. Now let's check another question. Riya has rupees 165 with her. She wants to buy a toy for rupees 120. How much money is left with her? So here Riya is having 165 rupees and she wants to buy a toy which costs rupees 120. Now we have to find out how much money is left with her. So here also Riya is having 165 rupees and she wants to buy a toy for rupees 120. So which is greater? The amount which Riya is having is greater, that is 165. So we have to find out how much money is left with her after buying the toy. So 165 minus 120. We have to subtract 165 minus 120. So here you can see both are 3-digit numbers. So let's start from the ones position. Here in the ones position we have 5 minus 0. And how much is 5 minus 0? It is 5. So write that under the ones place. Now moving on to the tens place, we have 6 minus 2. So 6 minus 2 is 4. So that we'll write here under the tens place. And in the hundreds place we have 1 minus 1 and 1 minus 1 is 0. So we get the answer 45. So the amount left with Riya is rupees 45. So here let's subtract 284 rupees minus 132. So how will we subtract this? So let's do that. 284 minus 132. So we'll start from the ones position. 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. In the tens place we have 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3 is 5. In the hundreds place we have 2 minus 1 and 2 minus 1 is 1. So here the answer is 152. So next let's subtract 376 rupees minus 252. So first let's write 376 minus 252. Now let's start subtracting from the ones place. In the ones place we have 6 minus 2 and 6 minus 2 is 4. So we'll write here under the ones place. Now in the tens place we have 7 minus 5 and 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. And again in the hundreds place we have 3 minus 2. And how much is 3 minus 2? It is 1. So we get the answer 124. Next let's subtract 432 minus 220. So let's write 432 minus 220. So we have 2 minus 0 in the ones place. 2 minus 0 is 2. 3 minus 2 in the tens place. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. And in the hundreds place we have 4 minus 2 and that is equal to 2. So we get the answer 212. Now let's move on to our exercises. Page number 177. So you can open your text, turn to page number 177. Here we have the first question, subtract. And the question number A, subtract rupees 286 minus 124. So let's do that. First we have 6 minus 4 in the ones place. So 6 minus 4 is 2. In the tens place we have 8 minus 2, that is 6. And in the hundreds place we have 2 minus 1 and that is 1. So we get the answer 162. Similarly, you can do the rest of this exercise. So in the second question we have Priyanka has rupees 125 with her. She buys a storybook for rupees 112. How much money is now left with her? So Priyanka is having 125 rupees. And she buys a storybook for rupees 112 and we have to find out how much money is now left with her. So we have to subtract 125 minus 112 to find out how much money is left with her. So let's do that. So 125 minus 112. So here we have 5 minus 2 in the ones place. So 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. Next we have in the tens place 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. And in the hundreds place we have 1 minus 1 and that is 0. So how much is left with her? It is rupees 13. Let's move on to a third question. Raj has rupees 145 with him. If 10 pence cost him rupees 160, how much more money does he need to buy them? So here Raj is having rupees 145 and the question is if 10 pence cost rupees 160. So how much money does he need? How much money more does he need to buy them? So he is having only 145 rupees and the 10 pence cost 160. So which is greater? The 10 pence cost him 160. So we have to find out how much more money Raj needs to buy those pens. For doing that, we have to subtract 160 minus 145 and we'll be getting how much more money does he need. So let's subtract 160 minus 145. So here we have in the ones place 0 minus 5. So can we subtract 5 from 0? No. So we have to go for borrowing from the tens place. So here in the tens place we have 6. We'll write 5 here and take 1 to the ones place. So now we have here 10. Now we'll subtract 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. Now in the tens place we have 5 minus 4 and that is equal to 1. In the hundreds place we have 1 minus 1, that is 0. So he needs 15 more rupees to buy those 10 pence. Now the next question, write in figures and subtract the first option from the second option. So here we have 99 rupees and B we have 100 rupees. So let's write that. So insert the symbol of rupee and 99. And here next we have 100 rupees. So after this we have to subtract the first option from the second option. So the first option is rupees 99 and the second option is rupees 100. Now we have to subtract 100 minus 99. So let's subtract 100 minus 99. Here you can see 100 is a 3-digit number and 99 is a 2-digit number. So in the ones place we have 0 minus 9 and we know that we are not able to subtract 9 from 0. So we have to borrow from the tens place. So here you can see in the tens place again we have 0. So before 0 is there any number? No. So we cannot get anything from 0. So what we have to do is we have to go to the hundreds place. So when we go to the hundreds place, from 1 when we borrow, here it becomes 0 and here it becomes 10. Now from this 10, we'll be able to borrow. So when we borrow to the ones place, here it becomes 9 and in the ones place, it becomes 10. Now we'll subtract 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. In the tens place, we have 9 minus 9, that is 0. And again in the hundreds place, we have only 0, that we'll write it. And here we get the answer 1. So 100 minus 99 is equal to 1. So hope this is clear to you now. So with this, we finish today's topic, subtraction of money. We'll be meeting in the next class. Till then, thank you.